Продовжуємо роботу в українському
Continue our work in the Ukrainian Crisis Media Center, and I invite to the microphone Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, a spokesperson from the Ministry of Defense. Dear colleagues, welcome to the briefing. Please listen to the information about latest 24-hour events in the ATO area. Lugansk sector, in Stanично Lugansk district, the enemy has carried out 3 shellings near Donetsk railway station. One shelling was in the morning, next in the night, and in the evening. That one in the evening was the strongest. It lasted for 2 hours, and different types of arms were used. Ukrainian troops had to respond with fire. Also, yesterday there were immediately at the same time 2 fire incidents near Krimsk. For 10 minutes, the occupants shelled 2 different Ukrainian positions. In Novatoshkevsk, Ukrainian servicemen had to tackle with the enemy's snipers and mortar shelling. 12 bomb mines were launched over our positions in Popasnyansky district. There was 1 20-minute shelling near Novozvanivka. In general, in Lugansk sector, yesterday there were 8 shellings and ceasefire violations. Donetsk sector, major combat activities yesterday were carried out along the front line between Kamyanka, Avdiivka, and Butovka mine. This 5-kilometer contact line attracted 3/4 of the enemy's combat activities. The enemy shelling started from 10 a.m. and became stronger around evening, and the latest shelling lasted for 6 hours. The enemies used mortars and snipers. Also, 1 shelling was near Troitsk, another near Zaitsevo and Verkhnyataretsk. The heavy weaponry was not used there. In general, in the Donetsk sector, there were 12 shellings yesterday. In Mariupol sector, the militants became active in Mariinsky district. Between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m., there were 3 mortar shellings near Krasnogorievka and Mariinka. One of them was rather strong, and more than 40 bomb mines were launched. Ukrainian fire opened fire in response 2 times. In the south, the enemy shelled 10 Ukrainian positions using small arms, snipers, and mortars. The biggest number of shellings and fire happened near Chermalik and Vodane. Also, one time the fire was opened in Berezovo in Volnovakha district. In general, in Mariupol sector, the fire was opened by militants 15 times. During the last 24 hours, there were no casualties among Ukrainian servicemen, but 2 servicemen were wounded and injured. Also yesterday in the Dnipro hospital, 1 Ukrainian serviceman who was wounded, heavily wounded in the head near Avdiivka on May 13 died. Our sympathy goes to the family and friends of this serviceman. Near Donetsk, the special training in tactical medicine continues. The medical instructors who got experience in the ATO area before provided training and offered 10 tasks for the trainees to be carried out. In the territory of Rivne atomic power plant, a special anti-terrorist exercise were held. The SBU servicemen, the National Guard servicemen, state service in emergency situations, and the army servicemen participated in this anti-subversive group training. In Kharkiv, the National Guard servicemen participated in military exercise for howitzer and artillery divisions. In course of training, they hold preparation and shelling technique. And the last piece of information, 13 trucks representing the International Red Cross mission had passed Novotroitsk checkpoint. They transfer and transport humanitarian aid, including food, hygiene sets, and medicines and construction materials amounting to 222 tons to the residents of occupied territories. And there are no questions. Thank you very much. Ну что?